Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Reynolds Outdoors. Today we are going to be talking about the all-new, kind of all-new, sort of kind of new, the Ruger SFAR.
Yes, it's a mouthful.
And no, it's not an AR-15, but it sure does feel as light as one, doesn't it, Parker?
Yes.
So, yeah, so everybody's been making a big fuss about this rifle. I've watched a few videos, seen some people geeking out about it. So we figured we'd get it down and talk about it a little bit. So if you've seen anything on the rifle, the number one thing people are going nuts about is how lightweight this thing really is. What is it, just over 6?
Yeah, it's under 7 pounds.
Under 7 pounds, so.
It's pretty much the same weight as the standard small frame AR-15, so 5.56.
Yeah, and we slapped a little EOTech on there just to give it a little something.
Yeah.
But, so it looks more like a, you know. So a few things that they've done to cut weight on the Rugers. You know, first thing you notice, they did some work here on the mag well, cut some material out. Some people don't like it. I don't know. I've not done any ran any drills with it, done any mag changes, but that is one of the first things you notice where they did save some weight. On top of the pick rail or the M-LOK rail, they did. You know, there is no full length Picatinny rail. They just kind of left it slick up top. You know, it'd have been nice if they had some M-LOK sections up there if you did want to run
full Picatinny rail.
Or
the weight.
I mean, does it really add that much weight? But it does have is it 3-position, right? 3-position gas.
Yeah, you can adjust the gas. So when you put a suppressor on it, you can reduce how much is going back in the system.
Oh, you can see 1, 2, 3, just right there. But it's got Magpul furniture, Magpul stock, pistol grip, very nice, pretty based. They did do a lot of proprietary parts, and the bolt being one of them, correct?
Yeah, so a lot of it's going to be proprietary. I mean, the rail is actually interchangeable with an AR-15 rail, but you got to be real careful with that diameter just because of the adjustable gas system. So,
but yeah, but again, really, I mean, not to say what everybody else is raving about, but that is one of the main, you know, big attractions to this rifle is that it is just so lightweight. I mean, holding this thing up one arm, I mean, it really does feel just, if I didn't know any better, somebody handed it to me and I wasn't paying attention, I would think I was holding an AR-15.
Yeah, so talking about, like, for comparison's sake, like a SIG 716i is probably 8 pounds with nothing on it. So there's a considerable weight difference. They really shrunk down pretty much everything they could to just big enough to be able to handle a 308. So just kind of on that bleeding edge. It has a 2-stage trigger from Ruger. It's not a Geisley, but it's pretty nice. It's got this big obnoxious muzzle brake on the end, which is cool.
And your friends are shooting to the left and right of you on the firing line are not going to like you, but yeah, it is going to, you know.
It does come off, so you can put a suppressor on there.
Yeah, and it helps tame that recoil you get with that big Seb 6.2x51, right? So.
Oh yeah.
Buffer, I believe they do put an AR-15 buffer, so it is a lighter buffer. So, but and you can change that out. I mean, if you do want to put a heavier one on there, if you're going to be running a can or something, and you want to control, you know, regulate that gas a little bit better, even if the 3-position isn't doing it for you. But as far as changing out the bolt, can't do it. But you can change out the charging handle, which is good because there's a little bit to be desired there on the charging handle. I mean, it's fine, it works, but it's small.
It is pretty, especially you start. A lot of times we're seeing these for nighttime hunting setups, so you're gonna have a thermal on top. There's gonna be some extra stuff going on back here. So you really want to have an extended charging handle to be able to get to it. Because those thermals, you got to push them back a little bit farther than you would a normal daytime or a traditional scope, just because of you're looking at a screen. There's not an eye relief per se.
Right, and yeah, and we kind of wanted to keep in the trend of, you know, doing some hunting rifles as we're getting closer to rifle season. So I mean, a lot of people say, well, I want a hunting rifle. I want to be able to hunt deer. I want something a little bit bigger than a 5.56, but I also want something, you know, for home defense, kind of an all-purpose rifle, hog hunting.
Yeah, this would be
legally night hunting.
Yeah.
That's the key. But so yeah, guys. I mean, this is just kind of a rough little video. A quick video we want to do on the Ruger SFAR. Does have some QD points here on the rail, which is nice. I would have liked it if they moved that a little bit farther back, but you can buy.
Yeah, you do have just enough Picatinny rail up here to fit something like. I'm not a huge fan of putting the QD directly into the rail.
Yeah,
it's a steel QD and an aluminum rail, so you try hard enough, you can probably pull it out.
What about the M-Lock mag pull?
Yeah, that works.
QD?
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah. Another qualm I have with it per se would be the, like we said before, the no Picatinny on top. Some things what's becoming more popular, more price point available is the clip-on thermal. So you run like a normal, like a 1 to 6, 1 to 10, a 2 to 10, and you put a clip-on thermal in front of it, and you get your full capabilities out to some of them 500-600 yards. But then you can either flip it out of the way or take it off, and you still have your normal day scope. So you get a little bit more flexibility, and they kind of got rid of that option when you just make it slick up top. So.
Yeah. So what do you think, guys? Have any of you picked up a Ruger, the SFAR? Have you put some rounds through it? Is it worth that? Is it all the hype, everything you hoped for, the lightweight and all that good stuff? I did notice they do put a QD back here, just not to miss anything, and also in the stock. So they did put some bells and whistles in the back here, along with with the lack of QD up front on the rail. But like we said, you can buy accessories for it. And these rifles don't break the bank. I mean, as far as AR-10s, usually,
they're definitely on the affordable side compared to most AR-10s.
Yeah, under 15. I mean, just over $1,000. I mean, depending on where you're shopping at, you can pick them up for around 1,100-1,200.
Yeah.
But these, that's definitely that's pretty good. I mean, I was kind of surprised when I saw the price. I figured I was thinking at least around 15, 16. But,
yeah. And you get two different barrel length options too. So you got 16 and a 20 inch. So depending on what you want to get into, you got two different options.
Oh, old musket, long boy, 20 inch. But so yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Do you think it's just another Ruger AR, or is it is this a step in the right direction, and cutting the weight down on these guns? That's a good, you think it's a good thing, or just give us your thoughts. But any closing remarks, Parker, before we end it?
You can cut all the weight off the gun. If you aren't physically fit, it doesn't matter.
So train or perish, right?
Yes.
All right, guys, we appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the rifle. Tell us what you want to see next, and we will see you next time.